Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpier.
Hello.
And Monkey Senior.
Yo.
We're here to talk about our fourth and final week of Dicey Dungeons. Will we escape the dungeon?
No.
Probably not, because there's a lot of episodes.
Yes.
But we're going to do our best. Yeah. I didn't have a ton of time this week, but I did complete another episode of The Robot, his second episode. That was the one where duplicate dice disappear, and that was pretty rough.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if I'm a fan of all the additional rules that go on with the additional episodes.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised. To me, it almost seems like it would have made sense where it's like you have 6 episodes per character, and they're all kind of normal, but maybe they're longer each episode. Like, each episode has one more floor or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'd be like a hard mode version where they have the rules and stuff like that. That's sort of... If I was designing a game, it seems to me like that's probably what I would have done. Not, throwing aspersions on the gamers.
No.
I would have just gotten double the content.
Yeah.
But it's sort of surprising where it's like, here you have one normal run, and like the robot's third episode, you don't have the CPU meter anymore. You can just pick what value you want to roll through between 1 and 6, but 50% of the time it will fail, that roll will fail, and it will take a piece of equipment off of your board.
Okay.
And it's like, cool, you've radically changed how this class plays.
And made it infinitely harder.
Right, but like I kind of don't like that, because I really love how the robot's base play style is.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that you're changing it up, but maybe too much.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, we'll save the big shot till last here because we know somebody who... Welcome back, by the way, Monkey. Somebody's got
back from the dungeon.
Yes.
That was a scheduling problem on my part. That wasn't Monkey's fault.
I did a couple of the secondary and tertiary runs for a couple of the characters. I managed to make it through the Warrior's second one, which was really frustrating because you are cursed every single round.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
And then on his third run, every time you level up, you lose health.
I'm sorry?
You lose health from your from your health cap. It doesn't give you bonus health, it takes health away.
That one was pretty hard.
Yeah. I got all the way up to the last boss, and then he finished me in 2 turns. It's like, of course. So
well, yeah, because you probably had like 10 health at that point.
Literally, I think I had 16.
Jeez.
And it's one of those things that's like, okay, if I'm going to go back and do this, I need to go through it and then literally streamline it.
Like fight
don't
3
go
people.
for the extra stuff. Just get to the exit stairs as fast as you can.
Man.
It was
like that is what I did on that one, yeah.
What's really interesting, though, is I think all of these are really cool, but all this reminds me so much of Isaac's challenges, where it's like, of course, like, here's this crazy one where it's like reverse health, and you lose health every floor, and it's like, this is so cool, but having it as part of just the base game is probably just a difficulty of me thinking of these challenges, but it's interesting.
It's like whatever that challenge is called and whatever number it is in Isaac, the stupid speed one. It's like,
boo.
Probably the hardest challenge in that game.
Yeah. Well, in the base ones, yeah. Afterbirth, the Afterbirth Plus, whatever the most recent one is. There's some real terrible ones in there.
Great. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I did a couple of runs, but yeah, those started to annoy me after a while. Like the curse one was okay because I could eventually mental math my way around it. But then on the Warrior's third one, you're losing health. I didn't realize that until I was like level 4 already, and I was like, why have I got less health now than I did?
I've got 20 health. Wait a minute.
2 floors ago. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's very annoying.
Anything cool on your end this week, Monkey?
So I played a lot of Dicey Dungeons.
Okay.
Because I found that this is a very, very good game to watch YouTube with.
Yes.
Sure.
There's two screens and just
may or may
one
not have
screen.
been watching Giant Bomb a lot while playing this game.
Yep,
Yeah.
ditto.
So I was just cranking out like the runs on this. I completed everyone's episode 2.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
Except the final character. So I unlocked the final character.
Spoiler.
okay.
I only
Tell us who it
did
is.
I only did their first episode. It's actually a pretty cool character. It's the jester.
Okay.
That spins the wheel at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like once you unlock them, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna go through the dungeon, and then
Oh,
he gets
wow.
turned
Oh,
into
cool.
a dice. And after you unlock him, he no longer spins the wheel. A baby squid spins the wheel instead.
That's really good.
Of course.
And they're all like shy and don't know what they're doing. So they're like, "Oh, is this how I do it?" Right?
That's
like,
really good.
oh, now I tell you to spin the wheel, and yeah, it's pretty
man.
funny. The jester is, like all the characters, is very different. He has a deck of, I guess, a kind of deck of cards or deck of equipment, I guess. At any one point, you can have up to 3 cards, and then if you use that card, you draw from the top of the deck.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're just going through the deck, and
Wow.
So it's Solitaire mixed with Gambit from X-Men.
So it's Hand of Fate.
every turn the deck refreshes, like the whole deck refreshes.
Oh.
And so like each turn you want to be going through as much as you can.
Right.
Because his special ability, or his normal special ability, I guess, is discard duplicates, and then his like limit break is use duplicates for free.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he's very interesting. He gets an upgrade as you level up, where a card upgrade where if you use all of your whole deck, you get to use a special card. One of them is you just straight up get another turn, and then
Jeez.
I forget what the other one is, because I always just got the the extra turn.
Yeah, it's like I just go through the deck again. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said I completed everyone's episode 2, but for the warrior I did more. Specifically, I completed 5 of 6.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
episodes. Yeah.
So tell me about number 4. How bad is number 4?
I think that one wasn't too bad. It was just the normal rules, but everyone hits harder and has more health.
Okay.
I think that was that one.
Yeah.
It was
I
either
think,
that one or 5. Like,
yeah, I think I saw that on the robots level 4, where it's like you have a normal run, but every enemy has more health and their equipment has been upgraded one time.
oh yeah, I think.
And that sounded rough.
Yeah, I don't remember what the other one was. I don't remember if it was like super different. But the 6th episode, I feel like within each episode, each run felt very the same. Like I was getting very similar equipment every run,
Yeah.
or like, and
Like you'd see the battle axe pop up for the warrior, and it's like, oh, there's the
Yeah.
battle axe. I know that
like,
one. I got that one last
yeah.
time.
Oh,
You get the spiked
okay.
shield, where it's like odd, even you do damage, odd you get shields. Like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing the same equipment all over and over.
Mm.
and then you get to the last episode, and it's just like completely random. It's I feel like that's the way this game is meant to be played.
Okay.
And the first 5 episodes are just tutorial until you get to 6.
Oh, okay.
Because so at the very beginning of a 6 episode run, well, I assume for everyone else it's similar. I hope it is, because it's really cool. So at the very beginning, you have a choice of 2 equipment. It seems like it's a single 2-slot equipment or 2 1-slot equipment.
Okay.
And those are random each time, and it starts out with basic rules, and every floor it gives you a new rule.
Great.
Oh.
So, like, ones that I've gotten were every turn you have 1 burn.
Okay.
So you always have a burn.
Okay.
And another one, blind, for the same thing. And another one is you start off the battle with 2 poison.
Oh, yikes.
Like every battle. So,
Jeez.
and there was another one, you can't roll 6s.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So yeah, they get pretty weird, and
This is kind of cool, though. Like,
pretty fun.
I like the idea that, like, once you get to episode 6, that's like...
All bets are off kind of mode.
Yeah, and it's also like what you would get in most traditional roguelikes, where it's like, I'm going to play a hard mode run of something, and you're going to get a different set of rules, or like an additional rule every run. So the further you get, you're really taking advantage of the systems. You're really gaming the systems to try and get through as fast and as undamaged as you really can. That's cool.
Yeah. And I guess there's a hard mode of the episode 6 that you have to unlock. I assume you beat it once and then you get a hard mode.
Of course. Why not?
So yeah,
Why not throw hard mode in there?
That's a lot of content, surprisingly.
like,
Man.
yeah, especially because there's 6 characters and each of them have 6 episodes. Like, that's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh god, I just realized as well, 6 characters, 6 episodes, 6 dice, 6.
There you go.
6. You're in hell, 666.
Yeah. So it's all coming together.
Yep.
It's all coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The main developer, Terry Kavanaugh, this week, though, to sort of wrap up our episode, did say that while there's no big Christmas event coming, like the Halloween one, there are a couple of big patches coming here pretty soon, and they're working on console ports. They're working on a Switch port for the middle of 2020, and that should launch alongside iOS and Android versions at the same time.
Nice.
That could work really well on mobile devices.
Yeah, I think if you can get like the text size and like get all that stuff squished on those screens, I think it'll probably be a no-brainer on the Switch. But as long as you can get all that stuff organized on the screen, I think that'll do pretty well. It sounds like they're doing that in-house too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so 2 thumbs up for that.
Yep.
Good game.
Yeah, I'm glad we decided to sort of choose stuff out of the hat here.
Yeah, thanks, Mike,
at the end of the year
for ruining my life
good.
with your choices.
Yeah. And speaking of, this was our first of 2 choices that we're going to play at the end of the year of sort of our hopefuls for good 2019 roguelikes.
Shall we mention how basically the next game we couldn't not choose?
Yeah, so the next game sort of serendipitously came out like
2 days
this
ago?
week. Yeah, so we sort of figured, well, we want to play this game because we've heard it's good, Dicey Dungeons, and then we kind of have to play this other game. So our next game,
contractually obligated to play.
We are,
this
yes.
next game.
From the origins of this show, rising like a phoenix out of the fire. Next game is The Legend of Bumbo, which the prequel to The Binding of Isaac.
Yep.
I, like Moon just said, we sort of have to.
It's almost like Boston. Does Boston play Destiny? Yes.
Yeah.
Are they going to cover anything made by Ed McMillan? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like an Isaac game, especially like an Isaac prequel starring Bumbo. So yeah, we're gonna play that for the next 4 weeks. That will be our last game this year before we go on our holiday break. This show will go on holiday break along with sort of everything else, actually.
Yes.
Because Lord, do I need those 2 weeks off. But don't forget, we'll talk about that starting next week. The Legend of Bumbo, available on Steam. As far as I know, only on Steam.
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's on GOG or anything. But don't forget, releasing alongside this, the thing you should listen to next is our ranking episode, where we rank Dicey Dungeons and scoop that up into our list. And I think that's it. So we'll see you all next run.
Bye.
Bye-bye.